everybody. It's Misty Doan from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and we are, here for another Missouri Star Live. We hope you're having a fabulous Tuesday. To start things off, let's see where everybody's tuning in from. We always love to see where you guys are watching from, and we really appreciate you being here with us. Let's see, we've got Helen says she's waving hello from New Jersey. Hello, Helen. Thanks for being here.
We go to Texas.
From Maine. You have to say who's watching, not just the state, Jake. He's just calling out the place.
Oh, geez, come on. Wisconsin, Rhode Island.
There we go. Dorothy's watching from the Rocky Mountains.
Charlottesville.
Who's watching in Charlottesville?
Kim.
Kim.
My good friend Kim.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate you guys. Anyway, let's see. We have a couple things I wanted to just cover.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah?
Says hi from Germany.
Awesome.
I think it scrolled away, and my mind, I can't remember that far in advance.
That's awesome. So we wanted to cover just a couple of things before we dive into today's project. Jenny and Jake and I and the whole gang are going to be on the road in Green Bay. We actually leave tomorrow. So if you are in the Green Bay area, we still have a few tickets available that you can purchase online for a little while longer, but also there will be walk-up tickets available. We would love to see you there. That's August 3rd and 4th in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a great time. And then we also have...
yes, come to Green Bay. Come to Green Bay.
We're excited. I've never been to Green Bay. Have you been, Jake? I don't think so.
No, I've never been.
Yeah. I've never been. And I don't think Jenny's been either. So it's going to be a first time for a lot of us. We're very excited to be there. And then on October 27th, we will have another Jenny on the Road event. We'll actually be doing 2 shows that day in Waco, Texas. So be sure and join us there. And you can also check out the silos and everything. I'm excited to see that. Other than that, we have our birthday bash celebration coming up in September. That's September 20th and 22nd. And Mary, do we still have pre-registration available?
We do, just a few spots.
Just a few spots of pre-registration available left, and it's actually a really great deal. When you pre-register, it's $25, but you get an awesome swag bag that's full of all kinds of exclusive Missouri Star Birthday Bash gear and a t-shirt. So it's a really, really great deal. So if you want in on that, there's just a few left. And
yeah, you forgot about the new segment we always do.
The new segment, what is it?
What's the question of the day?
What is the question of the day? I don't know.
Who are we asking to ask the question of the day?
What do you mean? Michael? We're asking Michael a question of the day.
Well, you guys figure that out. Think of the question of the day.
We like to test Michael because he has all kinds of random knowledge. So we're going to see if you guys can come up with a good question to see if Michael has it. He doesn't love this game. Jake just threw it on him, but it's going to be fun. So either way, today we're going to be making this fun pillow that's based off of the One Direction quilt that Jenny did a tutorial on. And I just thought it would be really fun. And it also is some good info that you can use any kind of leftover blocks that you might have to use this same kind of skill and make a pillow out of those. So we'll go ahead and make the block first, and then we'll get into the pillow itself. This one is super simple. It starts with 10-inch squares. So I've got one here. Let me grab my ruler and my rotary cutter. And we're going to start by cutting our 10-inch square in half. So we've got 2 5x10 rectangles. So there we've done that. And with the first rectangles, what you're going to do is you're going to take background fabric 2.5 inches wide by 10 inches long, and you're going to sew these strips to either side. So I'm going to lay these on here and take them to the machine, and we'll sew a 1/4 inch seam down either side. Oop. There's the quilt back there. All right.
I mean, any news on that question? Michael, anything? We need thought. Yeah, we need no answer. It's thought provoking. Like what's your favorite? This is the question. What's your favorite musical song?
Song from a musical?
Song from a musical.
All right.
Yeah, let's get those in the comments. I love musicals, so it was a. You know it was gonna happen.
So again, I'm just doing a 1/4 inch seam. We got that first side done. We'll go ahead and do the same to the other side. Get this all lined up.
Did I ask that question?
Are you already forgetting if you've done that before?
My favorite things, that's a great one.
Don't cry for me, Art.
Don't cry. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, Oklahoma from Oklahoma is pretty good too.
All right. Okay, so we've sewn both of those sides, and then we're just going to press those open. I have one of those ready to go that I've already pressed. So you can see now, this isn't perfectly square, so this actually measures 10 by, it should measure 10 by 9 if I took the right seams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that looks right. So then from the other half of our rectangle that was 10 by 5, I went ahead and trimmed off a 1-inch strip from the bottom so that eventually I can put these together and they will be the same size. So then we're going to take our another background fabric, and I went ahead and cut this into a 5-inch strip. If you have leftover 5-inch squares or 2.5-inch strips, that would be perfect for this, but we just used yardage.
Did we mention what kind of fabric this is?
It is just the grunge dot that is what I use the step outs, but we've linked to this other really cute Beautiful Basics dot that has all kinds of fun.
And this is just this is a very similar fabric?
Yep, very similar. Just
Okay,
smaller
awesome.
polka dots. All right, so then we're going to take our 5-inch strip and subcut it into 5-inch squares, and you're going to need 2 5-inch squares for each of your arrow blocks.
We had a Shall We Dance, King and I. That's a great. 2, 3, 4. And also Bring Him Home, Les Mis.
Oh, Les Mis.
Amazing.
Les Mis is amazing. All right, so I've got a couple of 5-inch squares now since I had that folded in half. And so what I like to do so that you don't have waste is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark corner to corner with a pin, because that's going to be our sew line. But then I like to go ahead and mark a 1/2 inch away, and then I'll sew on both of those lines and I'll just cut it right in between, so then I have these half square triangles left over later. If that doesn't make sense, it will in a second. And so now we're going to take that 5 by 9 rectangle, and we're going to make sure that I lay it the right way. So we're going to put it this way, and we're going to sew right on that line. And so see, when I trim it, this will open up and it'll give me that arrow point, and I'll have this left over. So we're going to sew on both of these lines, right on the line.
All right, so we had a few, Misty. Grease.
Oh, I love grease.
Fun fact, Misty's dressed up as Sandy a few Halloweens.
Yeah, that's true. I've done both versions of Sandy. Sandy in the, the poodle skirt, and then Sandy at the end when she's with Danny in the what is that, carnival. I actually did that Sandy last year at our company Christmas. I mean, not Christmas, Halloween. So that was really fun, but I love grease. It reminds me of my grandma.
They're asking if I was in musicals.
Jake was in musicals.
My mom was a huge costumer. We were in the theater when we were like, I would say 6 when I started in my first musical.
You were 6, is that what you said?
Yeah, the Snow Queen, I was like a little...
Your mom was the Snow Queen, right?
No, I was the Snow Queen.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think we're
The other
all...
one was Singing in the Rain. Misty loves that musical.
I love Singing in the Rain. That's one of my favorites. I'm trying to think what musicals I was in. I was in The Music Man and Newsies as a kid.
Oh yeah, The Music Man's classic. Because I Smell Trouble. Right here in River City.
What? What are you saying? I can't
Music
hear.
Man. I'm saying Music Man is great.
Yeah, it is. All right. Okay, so you can see I've sewn on both of those lines, and now I'm going to cut right between them. And since I marked it at the beginning, I know that I'm going to have perfect 1/4 inch seam between the two. So I trim that out. And so see, now this half square triangle is already ready to go for another project. We can just square that up later. And then we can press this open. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Will you be able to see, Isaac? All right.
So everybody's talking about, what's musical? I just lost it. Sound of Music.
Sound of Music,
and
yeah.
If you guys had any idea how many times my mom has broke out into any of those songs.
It's true.
The Hills Are Alive. I mean, Misty, you've heard it many times.
So many times. It's so true.
She's great. We're going to have, what we should do is we'll have to get, next time Mom's on.
Make her sing something?
Make her sing.
We won't even have to try very hard. She loves to sing. It's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So now I've got another, same thing I did on the other side. I've got my 5-inch square that I've marked corner to corner, measured that extra 1/2 inch, and I'm making sure it's on this outside, and we're going to sew on both lines. Okay.
So a funny thing about Dirty Dancing is I had never seen that movie.
Oh, wait, I'm crooked.
Until I got married, and Misty showed me that movie. So yeah, that's a great. I don't know if that's a musical though, huh?
It's got a great soundtrack.
It's a
for
dancicle.
Sure.
Is that
I don't
a word?
know. I don't
Misty,
know.
come on.
What, dancicle? Sorry, I'm sewing. I'm working on something over
I
here.
got you distracted.
Yeah. All right. Again, right on that line, and turn it around so we're not wasting any fabric. Okay.
We had a question about what is the difference between a true and a scant 1/4 inch.
A true 1/4 inch, you measure, and a lot of people will mark exactly where that 1/4 inch is. And scant, you're just like a needle's width on the inside, a needle's width smaller, not even quite that, just barely smaller than that true 1/4 inch. All right, so again, we've sewn both of those, and we're gonna trim, switch into my smaller ruler here. Oops. There we go.
They're also wondering what color. Do you know the color on the white?
Oh.
Is that a snow?
It's
cream,
not snow.
An
It's
ice cube.
It's just bright white, but I can't remember which one I even grabbed.
Oh,
Mary, can you help us?
Is it from the tutorial?
Yes, I believe so. Okay, Mary's going to get that for us.
We're going to find that out for you.
Okay, so then we're going to press this one just the same. And you can see, because of the size of square that we used, we don't have to worry about losing the point of our arrow. It gives us plenty of gap here. It's Kona cotton. Yeah, so we use the Kona white. It's just, is it just called white?
White.
Yep, Kona white. All right, and so then you can see we're gonna sandwich these two together. We're just gonna fold this over and sew a 1/4 inch.
I mean, your sewing time's the time where I like jump in here.
I know.
They were saying Dirty Dancing is a musical. It was on Broadway.
Oh, that's good.
That'd be an interest. I haven't heard of that. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Probably
I
an
haven't
awesome
seen
show.
it. I also really love, let's see. Yeah, we said Les Mis. That's one of my favorites.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. I
Mamma
love
Mia.
Mamma Mia. Michael loves Mamma Mia. All right. We've sewn those together. And then we're just going to press this open. Oop. Got a little too much water in my iron, I think. There we go. And there is our arrow block. Now from there, what I did for this pillow is I just put them opposite directions like so and laid them together and sewed them together. Here, I actually have this next step completed. Let me just bring this in. So you can see I laid them in opposite directions sewed them together, and then I made basically a border around the entire thing with 2.5-inch strips. And so this finished top here measures 18 by 21.5. And so now there's a couple of things you can do to turn it into a pillow. We have both options here. The one that I was showing you, we made it so you can actually take the pillow form out and wash it. And so we'll cover that one first. Actually, this next step you're going to want to do regardless, because if you notice, this one has quilting on it. So we actually sandwiched it with some binding and some backing, and we did some just straight line quilting on our home machine. We just echo quilted kind of around the arrow shape. Can you see that? You have a good shot of that, Isaac?
Yeah, I think it looked pretty good.
Okay, awesome.
But I think that gives it a good look too. That straight line quilting
it really dresses it up a little bit more and makes it look a little bit more professional. And so like I said, so we would just take our quilt top, we'd sandwich it with some batting and some backing and do that straight line quilting. And so then that becomes one solid piece of fabric once it's all quilted together. And so then you can either, sorry, what were you going to say, Jake?
Somebody said you were frozen.
Oh.
But either way, I think it was just the internet.
Okay, hopefully.
But it reminds me, let it go, you know what I mean?
Yes, let it go. I'm like Elsa today. That's awesome.
Are we counting Disney movies as musicals? Because that opens a whole new box.
Oh, wait. We have the president of the musical club over here.
Is wondering if Disney movies count.
Disney movies, do they count?
Lion King, 100%.
Beauty and the Beast
Lion
is
King's
my
good.
favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the Disney movies,
you
different
guys are
categories.
so distracted by musicals. Okay, so then we can take our now quilted 18 by 21.5-inch top, and we can either cut a backing piece that same size and sew, all the way around. I'd take a little bit wider than 1/2 inch if you were going to do that, and just leave an opening and stuff it, and then leave an opening, turn it right side out and stuff it. So you can do it that way, and that will yield one that looks similar to this. You can see it just doesn't have an opening on the back. We just made it so it's all finished. And this one is one. This is one we made with those leftover half square triangles. See, you can see these dots. You can just open them up and make some cute flying geese, because you'll get 2 of these half square triangles left over from each arrow. And then you've got all these cute little flying geese to make a pillow with. So that's what this one is.
I'm having this squirrel issue because there's so many good songs coming through.
Well, stop it. Stay on task.
All right, we'll save them for after.
But what I want to show you is how we did this open back, so you can take out your pillow form and swap it out. So what we did is we, like I said, measured our finished top. That was 18 by 21.5, and then so you can divide your. Let's see how the best way to explain it is. What we ended up doing is cutting 18 by 15-inch rectangles. And so there's some overlap, but let me show you here. See if you can see this. We went ahead and turned under. Can you see this, Isaac? It's white on white. A very, very small, just double fold hem. And then we just top stitched right along there. Can you see this, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then we folded that under about 3 inches, and we just pressed that really good. And we did that with both of the sides. And so then we just pinned them together and sewed all the way around. So you would lay that
right sides together.
Right sides together. And you'd lay your pieces overlapping, pin it in, and you'd sew all the way around, and you'd turn it right side out, and then you have this awesome opening that you can just take your pillow in and out with. And so I think that's really fun because it makes it much more washable. If you've got kids like me that like to make messes on things, it makes it, or grandkids, makes it a lot easier to use. So do I need to cut and show how we did that?
Yeah, do you guys have any other questions on that back?
Yeah.
It's kind of just two pieces, but they're a little bit long, so they overlap, and then you can stuff them in pillowcase style.
Exactly. Hopefully that makes sense.
So let's show the alternate. There's one more alternate down there, isn't there?
Oh yeah, we have one other pillow. This is super fun. So this one's just 2 arrows with some flying geese in the middle, just to make it a little bit wider. And again, we went ahead and bordered that around it just so that you could see the focus of the arrows in the middle and they didn't wrap too far around the edge. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's just got that 2.5-inch border on it as well. I think all of them do, even the flying geese one. But I think these are so fun.
So is it now it's time for musicals?
I guess, or any other random questions we have to cover.
Yeah, random questions.
We love random questions.
How do you, wait. Okay, I seen what was it, Aristocats?
Disney.
Oh man, Aristocats.
Aristocats is really good.
Come on, what do you think, Misty? You got any good ones? You've been holding them all in because you've been teaching the whole time.
I made a few comments. So like I said, I love Mamma Mia. I really love Les Mis. I love Hamilton myself. Wicked is amazing live. If you haven't seen Wicked, you need to see Wicked.
Oh.
What?
Hamilton, dude.
I just said that.
And we saw that in Chicago, though. We took the train to Chicago. It was a beautiful weekend.
It was awesome. It was really fun. We loved that.
All right. Hey, they want you to show the back. Sorry. So
okay.
Cut a piece.
All right, let's do it.
And we'll show some folding over and some. We got some white fabric there, right?
Yep, I should have enough. I think I'm good. So let me.
Yeah, they said. I mean, they should overlap at least 2 inches. Minimum.
Yes, at least
it
2.
Should be 3 is for a best here.
Yeah, I think 3 is best, especially if you have a really like full pillow form. If it's like nice and fluffy, 3 inches it lays flatter on the back. It won't want to gape open as much. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. We'll cut this side first. I should have known you guys would want to see this part.
What was that other musical that just came out? With Hugh Jackman?
Oh, The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, my kids
There's some good songs in there.
There are a few great songs in that. All right, so we're going to take this. We're just going to cut this to 15 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Also, Anne's coming to Green Bay.
Oh, awesome, Anne. Hopefully we'll get to see you there. That will be so fun. We are so excited. All right, so I should have 2 pieces here. Let me trim these up.
Oh, somebody said you could use an old shirt with buttons.
Yes,
for the back.
That is a great idea too. I have seen that done, and that is a fabulous idea. Okay. So let's see. So this one we did 15, so we need 18 this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hopefully I'm right here.
All right, listen, I see you guys talking about this machine. We cannot talk about the machine. We've been informed. We're not talking about it, but we're going to have an announcement.
In 2 weeks, right?
In 2 weeks. So watch for that.
2 weeks. Watch for that. Okay, so we're going to trim this 18 by 15. So now you can see we've got our 2 pieces, just like so. I must have water leaking all over the place on my iron. I don't know what is happening, but I keep getting little puddles over here. Okay. So then what I like to do is just go ahead and take it to the ironing board, and we're just going to fold back a little tiny hem. Just press that all the way down. And I just eyeball it because this is going to be folded inside anyway. So you just want it to be close. If you want to measure, feel free. But this worked great for me. And then go ahead and fold it down again.
Yeah, we overlap the back 3 inches, right?
Yes. But we've cut it a little, hopefully this will make sense at the end, because we cut it a little bit bigger than that, because we're actually, so we're going to hem this, and then we actually folded it under so it kind of makes like a double pocket. It just helped with the stability of it. So what I'm going to do now that I've folded this little hem back, it's folded twice, about 1/4 inch, I'm just going to take a straight stitch all the way down. Got a mess happening over here. Sorry, you guys. Okay. all the way down the edge. Okay.
What Andrew's on?
What?
Our good friend Andrew. He is on the Facebook. How are you, Andrew? Give me a shout out.
All right, so we've sewed that down. And then now, I just kind of used my ruler here as a guide. Folded that back. That gave me kind of a straight edge. And you don't have to do this. If you wanted to just have the hem, you could, but this is just how we chose to do it. And so then you would take these two pieces. Let's pretend, I'll go ahead and iron this one back so that it's.
Somebody said, did you quilt it before putting the last one together?
Yes, so you would quilt the whole top before you would do anything with the back, whether you're going to make it an open back or sew it shut. You want to quilt it first. And so
yes, this fabric was the Moda Grunge dot.
Yes.
But we don't have a layer cake of it or something?
Yeah, so see now, let's lay this one down first, and we're going to put it right sides up so that we can have right sides together. And then you want your, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so you want your folds to be on top. So, because this is actually going to be what is considered your right side. So we'll put that there, and then we would line up our other one and see how we have a little bit of an overlap there. And then I just took my pins and I started right here where I have those, all the layers, and I will just pin those together. Ooh, this pin's a little dull. There we go. And then this one here. And then I would just pin all the way around and sew, you know, about a 1/2 inch all the way around. So hopefully that made sense, and then you can turn it through your opening here. Did that cover all the questions?
Yeah, you don't know how much restraint I've been showing. So many good musicals are coming through.
I'm sure
and
there
I'm not
are.
squirreling. There was a comment about me squirreling. I'm not squirreling. I'm not going to do it.
You guys are keeping them in line. We appreciate that. Thank you. So anyway, is there anything else we need to cover? Any other questions you see coming through?
Well, if you're giving me the opportunity here.
Yes, it's all yours. I've got all my stuff covered. I think. I don't think we have anything else.
First off, is there any questions?
Yes.
Kim's coming to Hamilton in 1 week on Monday.
Oh, wonderful, Kim. We'll be back from Green Bay by then, so hopefully we'll see ya.
And Fiddler on the Roof. That was my dad's favorite
Fiddler
musical.
on the Roof. So good. Matchmaker. So many good ones.
I mean, we have hit our time. If there are any questions, let us know.
Yeah. In the meantime, we will see you next week.
Also, wait, one more.
Oh,
because it just came up.
All right.
South Pacific, Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair. I've sung that song so many times. I have that on vinyl.
He does have it on vinyl. We listen to it. We actually have a lot of musicals on vinyl. It's fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you so much, and we will be back next Tuesday for another Missouri Star Live.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. We'll see you guys.
See you later. Have a good